A few years ago, there was a lot of discussion about WWE maybe not hiring people that were a little bit older and the certain guidelines that it took to get hired by WWE, and it seems like that has definitely changed. You all have Luis Martinez and Shayna Baszler, who were both hired in their mid to late 30s. Can you explain to me maybe why that changed, the mentality of changing that, and maybe any conversations that went into making that change?
I don't know that there was ever, it's funny, sometimes you hear these, or I read and I see rumors of well, there's this hard and fast rule and they don't do this, and it's not a hard and fast rule. It just became kind of the norm, right? I can tell you that if you said to me, how many people in their mid to late 30s are you going to hire to try to get started in this business? It won't be a long list. It has to be a special talent, and it has to be a special talent that has the ability, that we feel has the ability to succeed, that has the ability to do it in a time frame that's accessible and be successful for a period of time that's worth the investment, right? I mean, and then what are the other plans for them long term? I don't. There are some talent that I bring in that it's later in their careers, and I'm really looking at them going like, look, bring you in, we'll get you up to speed, we'll put you in the programming. If you have a couple of years and you do well, that's great. But then I'd love to talk to you about transitioning to the other side of the business and maybe becoming a coach or becoming a player coach for a while you're still working. And as some of the younger talent are coming up, see them grow